Hey guys, welcome back to Slate Me. I'm your host Samantha here, and this is the third episode of the second season of my show. You're probably wondering, wow, why is your hair purple? And the answer is, I don't know, because I told y'all not to change your appearance if you're, an actress without getting new headshots, but, sometimes you just gotta take risks. So, this show, we have a couple of new guests that you've never seen before, and I'm going to keep it a surprise, so you have to keep watching to figure it out. But this segment, I'm going to be talking about, agencies, change, why you should change your appearance. Yes, dyeing your hair purple probably isn't the best idea, but it is good to change. Don't keep, if your look is getting you a lot of work, probably a good idea to stay with it. But change is always a good thing. Cut your hair a little bit, dye it a darker shade of brown if your hair is brown. Like, do a little something because it's boring to stay the same all the time. But always get new headshots. And especially if you're looking for a new agent, that's a good time to switch up your look. Because right now, I am in a position where I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm doing the show, working a lot behind the scenes, so I thought, now's a good time to change it up, switch it up a little bit, and you should do the same. But where was I going with this? Okay, yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying. But also, another rule, I'm going to talk just a little bit about finding agents if you don't have one or if you're looking for a new one. The rule is always take acting classes. Never not take acting classes because agents probably won't look at you if you don't. So that's probably a good idea. Have updated headshots, acting classes under your belt, a pretty good resume, and then you got the job. And also, research your agents. Look at the type of talent that they have. If you look on an agent's website and you see the talent that they already have, and there's 8 other girls that look extremely similar to you, it's probably not the best idea to go with that agent because you want to look unique. You want to be one of a kind. And I know there are people with brown hair, brown eyes. Look for someone that doesn't have as many of your type of look, and there's a greater chance of you getting the audition that they'll send you out to. So that's another tip and trick from Sam. But okay, that's another thing. Agents like you to be unique. So if you have a look that you see a whole lot, be unique in your personality. Really show off your personality. Don't be scared to not be who you are. And you're not going to get everything. You're going to submit for an agent and you're not going to get everything. You're not gonna, every agent wants me. Like, it doesn't work that way because they're always looking for a specific type for booking. So don't it's like auditions. Don't be sad if you don't get it. So that's my advice for today. But I want to wrap up the segment with saying we have our first guest, which I'm not going to say his name because I want him to introduce himself, but he is an author that has written a book and is writing a couple more books for this series that he's written. And I'm really excited to show you his work and ask a bunch of questions. So I'm wrapping up this segment with my purple hair and my quarter that Shannon gave me. Thanks, Shannon. So I will see you guys in about 5 minutes. Bye.
I write you now for your help. I see how action must sometimes be taken to right terrible wrongs. There are bad men here, terrorizing this good community. I have taken a stand, and I paid a price for it.
See you on the other side, Reverend.
It's a tragic thing, man of the cloth burning to death like that.
The West, a land full of promise for many. For me, it is the land of destiny.
Give the townsfolk time to digest and reflect on what happens to heroes in my town.
If any of y'all see the Reverend McCord, you tell him his brother's looking for him.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you.
Put the gun down and tell me what's going on.
Business. It ain't none of yours.
Making it mine.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you.
Sorry, James.
Your brother's gone, but you can join her if you want.
That's not gonna happen. I'm not everything you got. If I come out shooting, a lot of your men are gonna die.
Not out here in the open. They might see us.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
I'm coming out!
Ready or not, here I come.
Maybe accidents run in the family.
Find you and save
You're gonna kill him, Daddy.
Well, Mama, it's been 17 years since you died. My son came out as gay right in front of your coffin. And Mama's ghost is haunting me.
Seems like just yesterday that Peggy tripped over them wooden legs.
And I took one of them legs and I bashed in all the windows on his pickup truck.
I'm putting back together that 15-year tribute for Peggy.
Hey, Mama, you could throw us our wedding.
It's just not exactly the kind of wedding that I always envisioned. I need you to rescue me.
Well, did you hear that the hitchhiker murderer has escaped the pen?
Rise and shine, give God the glory, glory.
I like crazy.
Hardy's new in town. And who are you, the welcome wagon?
Well, you're just never gonna believe what the church is doing.
They're
Having an anti-equality revival.
Supreme Court's not the law of this land. Word of God's the law of this land.
We want our rainbow back.
No cakes, no flowers, no photos.
Our kind of Christianity frightens me.
Some things in the Bible that just do not make a lick of sense to me.
Well, I live by the Bible, Sissy. I don't need it to make sense.
That doesn't sound right.
You can't swing a cat in this town without hitting a bigot.
Folks who want to tell you how to live your life.
Gays can't get married in the church.
This feels like a trick question.
Gays can't get married in the courthouse.
Hearts and minds are changing.
We have stopped equality.
Anti-equality works both ways.
And we must stop villainizing our own children.
This is where I learned to be gay.
Under what table?
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the amateur show here in the Rose Room at S4.
Ain't it a bit sorted out? I sorted lives. It's all right, man.
Oh! It's a 4-hour am so confused.
Hey guys, welcome back to Slate Me. I'm your host Samantha here, and this is my next guest. Hi Jeff, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jeff Messick. I wrote a book.
He wrote a book. This is the book he wrote. So, I have some questions for you.
I have some answers for you.
And it's about your book.
Okay.
So, we'll start here. So, Jeff, this book was published in 2015 by Panda Moon Publishing. So, you want to tell us a little bit about the Knights of the Shield, and what it's about?
Okay, it's basically you have your stereotypical burned out cop, but in this case, he's very, very good at his job. He just doesn't dress the part and all that. His father died in the line of duty, so he doesn't quite trust the system anymore. And nobody wants to have him as a partner. He's a pariah on the force, just all because of this came down. And then he gets a new partner that he doesn't want because he doesn't feel he needs one. At least that's the outward appearance. He almost dies in the line of duty, and he promises God he'll change if he's given another chance. And he wakes up in the hospital. He's visited by a ghost who's an ancestor of his dead 1,000 years, who was a knight. And he's been sent to put him on the path of honor, whether he likes it or not. So, meanwhile, there's a serial killer on the loose, a mayoral election, his old girlfriend's in town, the partner he doesn't want, and, oh yeah, he's handcuffed to a hospital bed.
Oh, that's fun.
So,
Well, so how did you come up with a story like this?
my writing instructor, I took an online writing course with a man named Larry Cruz, who's out in Reno, Nevada, and I think he's re-releasing his 3-book detective series. But the whole point with it was to write the first chapter of a new mystery novel. And that's where that came from.
And it just kind of went from there, huh?
Yep, the characters start talking to me and they tell me the rest of the story, which is a good thing because it'd be really hard to do it myself.
True. Fair enough. So, how long did it take for you to work out the details of this book?
I would have to say I had it all done in probably about 4 weeks. The actual writing portion of it, with life getting in the way, because I have 4 kids, and a lot of the things were going on, so the writing actually took almost 8 years.
Wow, okay.
So.
You just got to keep at it, though. Huh?
Yeah.
That's the only way you get things done. So, you've also been writing and extending the storyline of the Highlander series. So, what is your version of this epic character like?
The epic TV character, because they had a lot more time to develop the character.
Yeah.
And Adrian Paul is just incredible at the part. But I watched that show religiously, and I got to know the characters and how they were written and how they were developed. And I developed a story of my own. I knew it would never be published because the hoops you have to jump through to get licensing. So I just put it out on my website, and I'm not getting paid for it. So hopefully I'm not in too much trouble, but it's on my website, and it's the story of King Arthur retold with immortals. And it was a ton of fun to write.
That's fun, yeah. So you also have a connection to one of our producers for this show, D.R. Pedroza. So from what I understand, you both worked at a laboratory where you were aspiring writers. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, I knew him at, I'm an IT guy during the day. I write at night. And I was doing some consulting work at the company he was working at, and he was talking about locations for the book he was writing, and he mentioned Monasterio de Piedra, which is over in Spain, and I've actually been there. So I would talk to him about it, found out he was a writer, and he found out I was a writer. He showed me his stuff, I showed him my stuff. I actually edited some of his first book, which was a lot of fun, and we've just been pretty good friends in close contact ever since.
Awesome,
and
yeah.
He keeps telling me he wants to make my upcoming series into a movie.
Oh! So Panda Moon has also picked up another series of yours, which is Mage Hunter. So what's that about? You can tell us?
Mage Hunter is a story of a young child. At the beginning of the book, he's 7 years old. He's gifted with tremendous magical ability. He can just do anything, and he's very powerful. But in the society he lives in, he's tested, and the Mage Hunters are a group of individuals that test all these youngsters. If they're found to have the power that they can use, they either learn to control it or they're killed. And when they learn to control it, they're trained to become mage hunters to go hunt other mages. And the story is what he does. And there's going to be 5 books in the series. Book 1 and 2 are done. Book 3 is in progress. So
Awesome, yeah. So where can we find this book and other books of yours?
Amazon.com or pandamoonpub.com. You can get them from both places.
Ah. So there is one question that I ask every single one of my guests that comes onto the show, and it's if you had to give advice to an upcoming writer, an aspiring writer that wants to publish a book or write a book, what would be your advice to them?
There is a argument in the writing industry when it all comes, if you talk to all the different people out there, and this includes movies, TV shows, writing in general, what is more important, plot or character? And it's definitely characters, because you could have the best plot in the world, Star Trek the motion picture, but if your characters are wooden, nothing happens. It doesn't deliver. I mean, look at Joss Whedon, The Avengers. You have notable characters. You had a very good plot, and it all came together, and it was beautiful. You look at DC. They come out with Batman versus Superman. What? The characters weren't developed. There was at one part when, what's his name? Affleck. He was doing the Bruce Wayne part alongside Wonder Woman. And there was a little bit of mystery and detective and a lot of wordplay, and that portion with the characters was perfect. The rest of the movie was a letdown.
Yeah.
Because they depended on special effects to deliver the movie instead of let the characters deliver the movie. So if you're up and coming and you're writing or something like that, develop your characters, give them life, make them believable, and your book will take off.
All right, yeah, that's some pretty good advice, actually. So where can we find you and follow your writing and things?
jamessick.wordpress.com, and I also write on Pandamoon's weblog also, which is, again, pandamoonpub.com. If you go up in the upper right-hand corner, there's the blog is up there, and all the authors write in.
Awesome, perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on my show today, actually. And you drove all the way from San Antonio, huh?
Yes, I drove to San Antonio.
So thank you so much for being on my show today, and I really had a pleasure interviewing you.
Had a good time, too.
And I will definitely read this book. Y'all guys should go find this and read it, because I'm super stoked to read it now. So we will come back with our next guest, our musical guest for this segment, and she's going to be singing a song first. So we'll go ahead, cut right to that, and I'll see you after the break.
New case file. Sam Withers, lobotomy patient, age 72. History shows a post-procedure incident at a place called Stevens Sanitarium where he murdered all the other patients and doctors. The one patient I get to try to impress the teacher, I can't fix because he doesn't have a brain.
Used to be considered a valid form of treatment.
If you're Frankenstein. Now, I don't know how, but something is happening to all of us, and the people in this file are the key.
Not just something. I didn't know who I was.
She didn't.
Everything started when Sam got here.
That would explain a whole lot about what's been going on here. I mean, like the ghosts and everything.
You're telling me that this place was once Stevens Sanitarium?
You didn't know?
Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. Do you have any idea what's going on around here?
Yes, it's a mental institution.
It's his house. When Sam got it. She started going crazy. I had to sedate her.
Why don't we just lock the door and get the hell out of here?
She might hurt someone.
Did you see what I just saw?
They're not after you. They're after all of us. You need to help me. What we need is some time to figure out what the hell is going on here before it gets any worse.
This Slate Me music segment is brought to you by the multi-Grammy award-winning Blue Cat Studios, located in the King William District of San Antonio, and by Hohner Instruments, a music tradition since 1857, and by H. Jimenez Guitars, tradition with innovation.
Hi, my name is Jay Nicole, and this first song I'll be doing is an original called What's Wrong? Loving you was easy. Maybe that's what made it hard. Maybe I was crazy to have you so close but far. We go together like fire gas. We burn so bright but destroy our past. Loving you was easy, so you just had to make it hard. 'Cause it's 1 a.m. I'm in my bed. Don't know where you are, but I know you're in my head. I miss you, baby. I've been going crazy. Please save me from you. I know I need to let you go. It's the best for me. But I want what's wrong. I want what's wrong. I want what's wrong. I want you here with me. It's been some time. They say that's supposed to heal, but I've gotten weaker to the point where I just don't feel. You're the picture that wakes me up at night, along with all the promises you broke all the time. 'Cause it's 1 a.m. I'm in my bed. Don't know where you are, but I know you're in my head. I miss you, baby. I've been going crazy. Please save me from you. I know I need to let you go. It's the best for me. But I want what's wrong. I want what's wrong. I want what's wrong. I want you here with me. Please come find me, 'cause I can't find you. Please stop hating me. Please don't think that I don't love you. Please come find me. I'm dying to tell you everything. Please come find me. Please come find me. I'm dying without you. 'Cause it's 1 a.m. Are you in your bed? You know where I am, but I'm not in your head. Do you miss me, baby? Have you been going crazy? Do you need me to save you? I know I need to let you go. It's the best for you. But you want what's wrong. You want
Hey guys, welcome back to Slate Me. I'm your host Amanda here. This is Jade. Hi Jade.
Hi.
That was a really pretty song you wrote. I really liked it.
Thank you.
Thanks. So, you want to introduce yourself? What
Sure.
you do?
My name is Jade Nicole, and it's spelled Nickol. It's kind of different. And I'm a singer, songwriter, and I play guitar and I play piano. So that's pretty much what I do.
Well, that's fun. So, the whole purpose of this is I'm going to interview you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions about singing and that kind of jazz. So, how long have you been doing this? You're not super old, I don't think.
I'm not. I mean, I like to think I am, but
So, how long have you been in this?
I've been singing since I've been singing since I was like forever, you know. I mean, everybody has, but
Yeah.
I've been doing it more like on stage since I was about 7. My first gig was on stage at with a friend, and we sang Cruella de Vil by Selena Gomez, the Selena Gomez version.
Ooh.
We had like boas, and that was the first time I was on stage. And then recently, about a year ago, I've been doing stage stuff since, yeah. And then about a year ago, I started doing open mics and stuff, and that's pretty much what I've been doing since then.
Awesome.
So, yeah, pretty young, about 7.
Whoa. So, to pick up the guitar and the piano, did you take lessons or did you?
When I started piano first, I've been playing piano actually 3 years, but piano's big to lug in here. But I started piano about when I was in 8th grade, so about just January 2014, and I taught myself for a year, like just chords and really basics. I didn't really plan on doing anything with it, but then I actually really stayed with it, and so my mom got me a teacher, and I take from Julie Bonk, and she was Nora Jones's piano teacher. So love her. And then I played piano, and then just recently, like a few months ago, I was taking guitar, but I just want to do it on my own, and so I started teaching myself guitar back in January. So I've been playing guitar for about 5 months now.
5 months?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's wait. I have to process this for a
Wait.
second. 5 months?
Yes.
That I couldn't do that. Let's be honest. Not
There's a
even
lot of
anywhere
things I
near.
can't do either.
So do you manage yourself and get gigs and things like that, or do you have?
That's a good question. I didn't really start doing gigs like around that weren't like organized at the place, you know, where I took lessons. My vocal coach, I go to a studio, it's Pink Couch Studios, and it's owned by Brittany Bell, and she is the one who really started getting me gigs like all around town and like in Denton, like at LSA. I go there a lot. And so she's really the one that's been really launched me into doing that. And now I'm starting to do stuff a little more myself, finding more gigs, but she also just still really helps book me and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
So she's kind of like my booking manager, if you could call it that. But my mom, you know, obviously I'm like, Mom, do I have anything to do tonight? Because like
Mom, please help.
I know. She's like, you have this tonight, you have a gig here. And so I'm like, okay. So really it's between my mom, Brittany, and then some of me, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's just a little,
bit of me,
you know. Just,
yeah.
I gotta step my foot in there just a
Yeah.
little bit. So, is there any certain way that you like promote yourself? You know, since everything's digital now, so.
I know, right? Yeah, there is. I mean, I'm on all social medias. I'm on Instagram at Jade Nicole Music, and I see KOL, by the way. Gotta make that. And so I know it looks like nickel, but and then I'm on Twitter at Jade Nicole _. I used to be on Vine, but rip. So
R.I.P. Vine.
R.I.P. And then YouTube, Jade Nicole, just look that up. Tons of stuff comes up. So that's pretty much how I promote myself all around
cool.
the digital era age.
Digitally. So, wait, hold on. I completely forgot my next question. Oh, yes. Okay. So you're a songwriter. You wrote that song into the song you're going to be playing next, correct? So how in the world did you decide? I'm pretty sure it's not extremely hard to write music, but it's hard to put chords to music.
Yeah.
And so how do you do that?
Probably I used to write, like before I played an instrument, because I really haven't been playing an instrument that long. I used to write like poems and stuff, you know. Well, then I started playing piano, and so once I finally got all right at it, you know, I started writing songs, and then I figured out I need to write chords first and get a feel before I can write any lyrics, because that's just my style. And so really what I think helps me write is just chords. Really, I start out with chords, and then kind of just setting the mood. Like I usually write at night, you know, because just night.
What?
And so just getting in that mood and then finding something to write about, because there's always something to write about. So that's usually how I songwrite. And yeah, it is really easy, but I think to be satisfied with it is like the hardest part of it.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing I have, you know, because I like to sing, I think everyone likes to sing.
Yeah.
But how did you find your style? Like your
That's
genre?
A really good question. It's jumped around so much. I mean, my voice sounds way different on the guitar than it does on the piano. I mean, I've only been playing a while, but I've jumped from styles. I started off in country and like doing Carrie Underwood and stuff, but I just didn't really want to do that. So I kind of jumped around, did pop, because I mean, everybody loves pop. And so, but now that I've learned guitar and I'm still learning it, I think I'm going to want to do more like a folk on the edge of country. And then like folk, like that's kind of what I put myself in now. So as of right now, that's my style, and I think I really want to keep that.
Awesome, yeah. So, okay, I'm coming towards the end, but I asked him this question. What is the best piece of advice you could give to any aspiring singer, songwriter? What is your best advice?
Probably my best advice was, I thought about this too, when you asked him. Probably is like, if you're gonna write, I would say write, like be honest with your emotions and don't like feel embarrassed to probably like write a song about how you're truly feeling, because I think those are the songs that do the best, because everyone can always relate to that.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, they think they can only write happy things because they think that's all the public really wants to hear, but honestly, your true emotions, I think, is what sells the best, because people, in the end, want to relate to it.
Yeah.
And then probably, like, just being a singer in general, just really don't let, you know, the peer pressure of it. Because it's, I mean, to be honest, it's not a stable career. It's really not. It's not a stable anything. But I think if you're really passionate about it, there's always, you can find a way to make some type of living on it. So don't think just being famous is the only living to make off of that. There's so much more you can do.
Exactly.
So... yeah.
Well, thanks for being on my show.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention, we're friends in real life,
Yeah.
actually. We've
If you
known each other
couldn't
for a really long
notice.
time now, so if you can't tell. But thank you so much for coming on my show. I'm super excited.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, as far as my knowledge, she's going to sing another song, and then I'll come back and exit the show. So, I hope you enjoy her next song.
Me too.
Awesome.
My next song is another original called Happy Birthday. The night is winding down, the hours are going by. I haven't thought about you, but I just cannot lie. It's just a simple day, no better than the rest. Tomorrow will come and go, but today is something different. I hope you know I'm thinking of you. Oh, I can't stop thinking of you. There is no confetti, there are no balloons. There is nobody throwing a party for you. There is so much that I never got to say, like I love you. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. The clock is ticking by, I'm waiting for midnight, so I can finally close my eyes and fall asleep. I never want you to think I wasn't thinking of you. There is no confetti, there are no balloons. There is nobody throwing a party for you. There is so much that I never got to say, like I love you. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know I can't give you a gift. You know I would if I could. Coming toward you and make a mess. So I'll say happy birthday, I guess. Oh, there is no confetti, there are no balloons. There is nobody throwing a party for you. There is so much that I never got to say, like I love you. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. There is so much that I never got to say, like I love you. Oh, happy birthday.
That was really good. I really liked that. Thanks, Jade, for being on my show. I know she's sitting over there, but I'm talking. Hey. All right. Well, this is going to be my last segment of the show. I'm going to wrap it up a little bit. So I want to just say a broad thank you to my guests for today. And I really had a great show. And I'm happy that y'all guys are here. And I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk for an hour. So thanks, Shannon, for this quarter. And I will see you guys next week with some more fun stuff and new guests. So, bye guys. I'll see you next week.